What's up guys, Ninth Gym here, back with another guide, and today we're going to be talking about Meowscarada in depth. Meowscarada is an incredibly strong Pokemon. Grass Dark is a new, interesting typing that is solid offensively and gives you access to very strong Stab, Sucker Punch, as well as Stab of its new signature move, Flower Trick. This new signature move, allows it to always hit crits, which we've seen with Urshifu. This is pretty ridiculous. This Pokemon's bulk is not very good, so all the builds that I have today are going to be really focusing on attack and speed. 76 HP, 70 defense, and 70 special defense is not very good. It leaves a lot to be desired, so we are really just focusing on attacking. We have two builds today, although they are very similar in usage here. One is going to be a Choice Band build, one is going to be Focus Sash, same EV spread pretty much, and a little bit different move setup. Not too much different here, so it's going to be a pretty short video. We do have a couple damage calcs and also options and singles build at the end. That's pretty much the same as the VGC build, but it's here. First build is going to be Terra type grass, and it's pretty straightforward. Being able to have very high power 2x stab flower tricks, getting through all kind of, defense buffs is pretty ridiculous. Flower trick is pretty crazy, so we're doing it. You can also try like a dark typing for really powerful 2x stab sucker punches. That is good too. We have the Choice Band item here for this first build. It's really solid, gives us 1.5 times attack, but locks us to the first move that we use, which makes sense and I think is fine. Having Flower Trick and Knock Off as really high power, strong stab moves, and Sucker Punch as a priority move, and U-Turn to be able to just switch out if you want to. There's some good options. It has a good bit of coverage options as well, so we'll talk about all those, but for now, this is the build we went with. Ability Protein is really solid. Obviously, we're not going for the Overgrow, as we're never really going to be in that range unless you're using Focus Sash. As far as the moves go, we have Flower Trick, Sucker Punch, Knock Off, and U-Turn. All of these have pretty good usability. Flower Trick, always hitting a crit, and not checking accuracy is crazy. This is such a good move. Why is it 70 base power? It's because it's broken. Sucker Punch is one of the most powerful things that this Pokemon has in its arsenal, being able to hit priority before the user or the target, and 70 base power on Dark, it's really good. Stab, 70 base power, priority, it's just all the good things that you can possibly ask for in a move. They're right there. Knock Off is good. Being able to knock off items is very valuable. Knocking off berries is good. Knocking off Choice Band items or like choice items, there's a lot of stuff. Knock Off's good. You have U-Turn, being able to switch out, so if you don't like the matchup, you can Choice Band, get some damage, U-Turn, switch out of there, and it's good. It's good. The set we have here is 252 into attack and 252 into speed, and 4 leftover into HP. It probably should be in like special defense or something. It doesn't matter too much, to be honest. We also have Jolly Nature here because it's the Choice Band. You could go for Adamant, but I like Jolly here because we're really focusing on the attack with the items, so speed goes to the nature. I like that. I think it's good. That's about all we got really for this. Now let's talk about the second moveset. The second one is not going to be differentiating too much here. Like we said, Focus Sash instead of Choice Band. That makes sense here because we're really going for like a couple turns here with this Meowscarada instead of like more aggressive play. We have Flower Trick, Knock Off, Trick Room, and Protect. Trick Room can be changed out for something else, like depending on the team. If you don't really want the Trick Room on the team, then, change it out. You have access to moves like Ally Switch. You also have Fake Tears. A couple different good options, and if you don't even need that in general, switch it to Sucker Punch. Or go Foul Play and then change this back to Protein. Whatever you want. Or not Foul Play, play rough. A lot of different options for this Pokemon, and I think that's one of the cool things about this Pokemon is it has good coverage and also just, a couple different ways to be played. However, we are not really switching this up because you're using Focus Sash. You just want to focus up on attack and speed. Not too crazy, nothing too wild here. Jolly Nature though, once again, because we just want this speed. Let's talk about some options for coverage, and then let's do some damage calcing. So first off, we have Brick Break. This is a really good option, being able to break screens. We have Facade, which is an interesting option as well. there's things like Will-O-Wisp in the meta, there's Spore in the meta, although Spore is not really working against Meowscarada because it is grass typing. But still, Facade is an option. We have Play Rough, which is probably the most relevant of the options here, but Play Rough is really good. It's a high damage attack. It is 90 accuracy, but it works really well with Protein. We also have Quick Attack here, which also works pretty well with Protein, giving you that stab quick attack. It's not bad. Not great, not bad. It's honest work. We have Shadow Claw, which is pretty good, coverage. We have Thunder Punch, which is, once again, good coverage. Fake Tears and Ally Switch. If you just want a couple mix-up attacks, if you don't want Trick Room on your team, well, here's Fake Tears and Ally Switch. They're not bad. Let's cover a couple damage calcing here. So for our first damage calcs here, we have some really crazy damage. We have Meowscarada with 252 attack, not the nature though, and Choice Band hitting with Sucker Punch, 87 to 104, which is a 25% chance to knock out a Golden Go with a pretty solid defensive investment, 132 HP, 68 defense. I just wanted it to be random. This is about right. Like, you don't see super bulky, but you're gonna see some bulk on a lot of these Golden Goes. So about 132 HP, 68 defense is manageable. And of course, if you're insane with open team lists, you can see if you're actually going to be doing the enough damage with Sucker Punch for us to be crazy. But even if not, you have Knockoff and Sucker Punch just doing a huge chunk of damage, and Golden Go should be a pretty nice cleanup here. Next, we have Meowscarada in Armor Rouge, and once again, crazy damage with Sucker Punch. We're hitting 101 to 119 into it with just a 4 HP investment. Now, of course, it could Terra type into Grass, and then we're not doing the damage anymore, but it's still a competent 2-hit KO, which is still a win in my book. Next, we have Rotom Wash. We have Flower Trick here, and Rotom Wash is just a wash in front of Flower Trick. We're just doing so much damage. 127 to 150% with 252 attack, and Choice Band is just ridiculous damage. And this is into a 252 HP, 132 defense, which is about right. You know, you're going to see pretty close to max HP and pretty bulky in the defense department on Rotom Wash as well. So, you know, even if it is maxed, like, it's not living. It's just your Flower Trick is going to knock it out every time. It's really good with Choice Band. Now, if you don't have Choice Band and you're into these things, you know, you have, you know, not that, you're still doing a lot of damage. Maybe not always taking the Yoko, but you're doing a lot of damage. Same here, Choice Band, Armor Rouge, Sucker Punch is still doing a lot of damage if it had not already done that. Sucker Punch is cleaning this Pokemon up really effectively. And, you know, same with Golden Go. Without Choice Band, you're still doing a lot of damage. So overall, really good stuff for Meowscarada. It's definitely solidified itself as just barely under top 10, potentially into top 10, depending on the format. We might see it change, you know, we might see some usage stats change here, but Meowscarada has solidified itself as an incredible option in the metagame. As far as singles go, it's not really that different. We have Choice Band, Protein, we have Flower Trick, Knockoff, Play Rough, U-Turn. Nothing too different. 252 into attack, speed, leftover 4 into HP. This could go, you know, here depending on the meta. I'm not entirely sure about singles meta. I don't play singles very much, so I don't know if it's best to put that in defense or HP. And honestly, it's not going to matter too much. Might matter for some random calcs if that comes up. And of course, you know, most of Smogon plays with level 100, so these might be a little different. But nonetheless, I think if you're going for like Choice Band build, I think you just go all in, right? You just go all in to physical attack and speed and call it a day. Speaking of calling it a day, I think that's what we're going to do with this video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, especially subscribe. And yeah, all these pastes will be in the description down below. If you want to just like copy and paste it into Showdown and get playing, you can do that. Have a good day and goodbye.